Today, now the 5th day of September 2022. School open today. On the 3rd of September, ECSL be don start the registration process for waiting for the voters them. We get for going at the poll come the 24th day of June 2023. How we go able to manage these two together? How you think say we go really able to manage all two? Because some of the classrooms then they use them as waiting, as registration center. Some of the school, building, compound, then they use them as registration center. School wants quietness for make the pikin them pay attention. But the other hand, we fumble there. We can go register. Come on, me line. Push. I be don't come before you. Push, come here. No come here. Hey, you push, come on yonder. Where you come on yonder? Hey. Left. Can inside. If not to the one day, now politician they will go come for register. And can get that in cabal. Count time for let them feel say themselves get, so noise. For let them feel say people and they for there. Not a campaign no, but say those are politicians they go now they can inside. Because now they themselves can flex them also. Let the opponent full to say what you see, right and we govern. School go they go on. Politician want go register. And if you want kicking game then in come feel to say you get that kind of crowd. How can we manage these? But before we dive in, we want to say congratulations to Francis Tiafo. If you don't follow the tennis area, you gonna say Salom Bobo, Salom man. You come from the Bobo level, now you don't reach at the man level. They inside it. I don't know, but you sabi that they call Roger Federer. That name the inside tennis. Say today, Labor Day, Francis beat her. He beat Roger. I know say if na be soccer, because he gets a lot of fans them, for be there, kiggity. All man for the talk say they sabia. But inside tennis, in parents in Sierra Leone and there. So this, who they own them, I like person and give you the taker. Congratulations to Francis. Congratulations to Stallone. Stallone. Yes, congratulations to we. He beats Roger. And I don't qualify. That's a semi-final they go so safe. So you the doubt we on a quarterfinals. Yes, they go quarterfinals. Hey, congratulations to Francis. Keep flying the flag high. The name, flyer. Because as any way they call you name, who they candy. Who they Alain and I call Salo, who they candy. Who they can say yes. They must say the son of Sierra Leonean immigrants. Now so always then they tell them. Not care. And Salo people in Bona. Congratulations. And we wish you all the best in the quarterfinals. We're not going to let Francis no more. Musa Tumbu. Ataya. But Rangers fire Musa Tumbu. Who say Musa Tumbu appear now? Eh? It don't appear in Libya. I say no to Roger Francis beat na Nadal. Na Nadal na beat. Well, anyone, Roger or Nadal, they all get named na the tennis who beats there. Musa Tombo na Libya o. List don't come out in name the day. But when just say, boof, come on here. Jin he appear in Libya. I don't know how the weather turn in Libya. Then can get snow. It can cold day. Oh, Rafael Nadal, Okay. Mama Conte, thank you for the stars. Okay, now Rafael, Okay. Well, he beats Rafael. He got for beats Rogers. He go beat her and he tell them meet up. I don't get in advance one time. But with the confirm saying Rafael, okay, no problem. I ask how the weather na Libya. Since na de Musa Tumbudongo. And no can tell me say people no. The man go two side. He complain about the weather. So can't just put them under the carpet too. No. Oscar Shaw, thank you for the stars. Mohamed Conte, appreciated sir for the stars. Okay. And say Roger not the play. Even in spirit with the bitter. If say go win me now. Even in spirit, I like in a play with the bitter. What's the name no car? In name car for them. I be say na him. What's the name car for the bitter? Anytime meet up. Yes, Raphael will don't pull on a road. Roger na anytime meet up with the bitter. Right now, say if they think herself in spirit, will they pa bitter? Alright. London now one day. Anyway, we wish Musa Tumbo all the best. We wish her all the best. Yeah? Na in decision, na in foot, na in they kick the ball, na in they play, na in they score. Say, you go make a difference day. We wish you all the best, sir. The money okay you go there, we hope you see him. In a money. Na money. I don't know no more how the weather Tandy. That's all. Cause cool. Okay. But anyway, and then I be just quick laddie that update. We want come to the proper one. School open. Some of the schools them, then they do registration day. Okay. Libya Wam, I think we'll survive the heat. Ezekiel, thank you for the stars, sir. Alright. How can we manage these two? We able for manager? Yes, we able. Okay, the chairman say Francis Tiafoe beats world number 3, Rafael Nadal 3 sets. 1-6. Okay. Maybe at the end of the program, we go you can inside Daniel. If you get time, you go can't tell about this small. Mabinti Awa Daniel Amara, thank you for the stars. Maybe at the end of the program, we go you can inside small, sir. But we want to say congratulations to Francis. This is a big win for us. For make a Sierra Leonean born. reach as far as waiting for go now quarterfinals. Hey, congratulations to us. And to that saloon, congratulations. We Hey, we. Saloon congratulations. These are the real congratulations. For they reach finals. Yeah? From quarterfinals, we hope say you not can semi. From semi now, we're in that. Finals. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. This lad didn't know one left we, but he go left here. Come on, I'm in line. Now me first scan I register. Well, all man come out. Now go make the line back fresh. Ala kam. Eh? So but my come for car register. But you know say na the school and the way in Pekin they go. Because internal jet, he want go busy body for go distract the Pekin a class. Waiting at the odds then. Is it possible? Yes. It's possible for make school in session. People then go register. One noise no. Ala. Hey, possible, but we country. We people. We a noise. I don't know. Then I don't ever sit down at any court ruling or court sitting in a salon. Because I dey try for find usai noise no di in a salon. Even if you dey inside court, all man make yang. Tabap, then they pass. Or then they grill them pass from. Then they grill them pass to that local thing. After sell orange, you sell tabap, you don't try top up. Now that means self all get megaphone. Black diamond, they all man get megaphone now. So I like inside the court quiet. Hey, that thing they must pass, he play na head. Like this, silence the court. The kind way noise pollution partners alone. And if people in there, okay, then come say then they can't register. Any outside crowd they top up the candy. And not to top up no more now get megaphone. Even when they sell fry, then get megaphone. How we go curtail the noise? Masako say Bengo self that tell you so Bengo they play football they all. Bengo get two. Now one Bengo they will not get two. Who's Bengo they self? You know that say Bengo get two? Masako left. The diamond self they know they left there. Go watch Explode Tripoli. And they play football day and get two day. So the diamond themselves then they left there. Noise pollution in Sierra Leone. And I feel to say the noise they go the dotty. Any say we noise boku dotty park day. You think I lie? Okay. Where you go do your homework? Where do you come? But what do they talk about? I meant to Jamba, thank you. Friends of the dead. I get to there. I the Bengonde. All the Bengonde and I get friends of the dead. Yes, my Kekuka. Oh, na masako they can say na Bengonde and get quietness. Hey! And they play music there and they burn that in the better one. Okay. Cross check no more. Gandoba, thank you for the stars. Abbas Kumasi in be in Turkey 2 weeks ago. One salon guy be the load container. He said they make so much noise that the neighbor then begin for come out Nado from the house there. I've been to 7 for confirmed friends of the dead. Victor Duati, they say why make the government not ban megaphone? Victor City Council start a more. Usai stop. They are we no lay no. Because they still they do them. Better one back. And still they do them. Top up. Then go all the megaphones so you want buy top up, they know the yegi. I don't know if it happened to you or you don't see that happen. Sometimes somebody want buy top up, now you upset for call the top up man. They put her under the arm. They go Allah. Somebody wants, they know the yegi. So why you all? But anyway, salon they can get them picking. Even at the area they would in the past. Then they get her. You know, say na them picking get the son. Hey, there, go call for me to pop bar. Hey, me get it, tap up. Musa Bangui say we in Gon and the best place for the guy for the NJC the King go na be in Gon. Where they go, friends of the dead. First of all, expect Tripoli, anybody in Gon who go. We got for pay friends of the dead. That expect Tripoli we can see. Then be in Gon video then. If we not pay them, they agree. Follow video. Oh. We got for pay them. And some friends of the dead then. Now 2-3 different squad can in a Bengon. You get one already sit down by the gate long side. Any Bengo get 2 gates. You get the hand already sit down by the other gates. Let's not talk about Bengon there. If we not pay them, or if we not give them something, then they agree. Follow video. I let the council people and say, oh, now go ahead. Then they agree. Friends of the dead they agree. Oh. Right. But anyway, the Minister of Education within a Radio Democracy 98.1 this morning for answer to them questions then. About how they go able to manage the schools we don't reopen in Electoral Commission Salon manage the young people them where they can register. I feel say the school side and go able to manage themselves. But the Electoral Commission, I don't think say they go able to sign paper. Usabu people le. But let us listen. Before that, come ask you know the access. Say people why all them go and get cut inside. Well, he observe fine. Musa Banga he say the Bengon and they get cow shawl. Well, you already know. Let us listen to the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education on Radio Democracy 98.1 about how they go able to manage the registration process and the school. Cable go hand in hand if everybody respects themselves. All right.
Dr. Senge, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning.
First of all, you can just start for confirm. Let listener then get a clear understanding if whether all government and government assisted schools them they reopen today.
Yes, I actually in a girls' school right now. Musai Boku picking the see Boku picking the all glady, particularly from one then the all the teacher then now they are the right now school day and we see hundreds of picking them show up now and me and my team then they all around the country as well. They monitor school reopening. So school day we been now announce and engage people then we deputy director of education and all the districts them get meetings with all the stakeholders them Boku school them board and CTA don't meet and don't clean for start today this morning. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Senge, this concern or I can say this confusion come about if whether school they open picking and go get chance for sit down and classroom them and concentrate on their school studies them. It come about because of the voter registration process we been commenced on the 3rd of September and some of them schools there so then they use them as voter registration center. What's in the arrangements where they with UNANA the ministry and ECSL in terms of the schools them where they use as centers?
Thank you. So we get about 12,000 schools, only a couple hundreds in the user centers. That's the first thing. But we at ECSL meet.
Yeah. 12,000 schools. And just a couple of hundreds. Then they use our center. We mean say no to all the schools name, ECSL they use our centers. You know, see some area day, some constituency day, some ward then they then get 2, 3, 4, 5 schools. And then not get 2, 3, 4, 5 registration centers and awards them. So definitely, so not to all the schools them then they use. But they get an agreement with ECSL and the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education where the minister they try for outline for we.
When the chairman meets, we engage, we plan, then send we the list of the school them in our center. We say put on our system. We write to all the school heads, SLTU, NACOT, CPSS, and tell them about this arrangement. And this not so new phenomenon, but also not so inside the classroom. Then the registration they take place for the center. Then we will don't visit now around the at the school compound.
Okay. So the minister say the center then we in don't visit. We mean to say not to all. It's about the one that we don't visit, not to the classroom. Not to the classroom, but at the compound. And then they use. Okay, something na inside Friton. Because now the provinces, the pictures that we don't see. Now inside the classroom. And inside the classroom. I did in the door. Like one of the pictures that we did on your screen outside you see the entire rope. Now school la one day. And inside the classroom, now then they do the registration, not to outside. So even the one that they do outside, now in season, if rain come, then we go inside the classroom. If rain can no more, then go inside classroom. Because not under the rain, then go sit down, say then they do them. So I don't know if there is a provision for that. Say there is an understanding, say, well, una and see the weather fine, una can do and do. Or they use the classroom them, but what if rain come? Because remember, say na rain season, we day end, now limited time we get. Each phase get 15 days. Each phase get 15 days. So if one day become disrupted, definitely that particular area they don't be disadvantaged. So it's fine, then do another. If the weather fine, it's okay. But hope say plan B, they say, well, if the weather, if rain begin to get soon, then not go say, well, now all can't team up na shade for slow wait, till the rain cuts, they'll go begin back. And no school where get a compound way so isolated that Usai they wire go set up, no go get anything for do with the operation of the school. Okay, but let's continue for listening to the minister.
But not in the center, not inside the classroom there. And with the hope see as well, and we'll message to Kumbra them and parents then that wouldn't they go register. Registration no need for be loud and noisy and fet not the
So the message to Sierra Leoneans, you where they go for go register. Now a school building. Now a school compound. Now a school premise. Do ya respect the school picking them? Within at in school, they pay attention for me then teach them. Yeah, you go say but school does up in there. Yes. But respect that. Yeah? Would they ask you? Would they beg you? Because in Salo every two get for big. Would they beg you? Do ya? If you them want for pay attention na class. Where you come? Is that possible, Seth? Tibule, why are you asking for the impossible in Sierra Leone? Yeah? Now it's possible though. It's possible. Why we put on with best behavior? Mansa Ali, thank you for the stars. We shall put on with best behavior. If we respect, say, we picking and go for go land. For the love of the kids. For the love of the picking them. Just for the love of the kids. Let's just respect ourselves. Let's respect the space where they give we. Yeah? I don't know if they need forget somebody there. We go car admonish them with them car. Now every 5 minutes and for there every 10 minutes, every 30 minutes. Because until the one that we don't talk to, then they behave, then somebody come up from nowhere. You can cut line. And then they not go left and yeah. Say, now yeah. You know from almost o'clock we don't team up. Now not so they left and the car inside. But in a civilized world, you know, they go get yang. But we, Salo, we now gumble pass. The gumble first night. Talud. And we gumble pass first. But anyway, now listen. Now continue for listening to the minister.
So then just they go to up na line and go register quick. And go back outside and they no loitering, no there around. And then they work with the school administration for support them as well if they need for protect their material there.
No loitering. Abi say we can stay usa you come. Yeah? Usa ECSL and give them. Now that school compounding, I do it for day. No come over, now the school side they can't peep. They can't peep inside classroom. You know to inspector, you know to school inspector. And like that day you picking the go. Now go confuse her. Wait, not to go at the talk. How they make you face so now? How they see you? Now they go calling. Hey, me picking na. You don't come school. You don't say class. Oh, now they go back. Let me say maybe lunch time the picking can do blah blah. Hey, don't go to class back. Usai them put you side they sit down before. Now bien usai you can begin. We cannot say one come without in cousin family. The all one can look the picking. I can look the picking. No, a light skin Andy. Not so you can. You say one take one stone kill two, but a light skin. Stay na your line. Okay. Load you go.
Just like how you say, not a new phenomenon, it happen. Salon self na things them like this way don't they happen. But now we just take some scenario them, especially some certain people can get some chaos we can happen at the lines them. Would I go say na me first come, na me suppose for Timapia, where most time can result to confusion. How ECSL staff them go able manage then kind of situation they are so, and also get na their mind say picking and then a class they need absolute quietness for concentrate.
Sure. I think it's a very good point to raise, and we get several responsibilities there. The staff then don't train, particularly where we talk to ECSL, and they don't train their staff there, and then that means they are hopefully then trained for how for calm down without noise there. But also,
okay, wait, Mr. Minister. You say a upsay then don't train the staff. Also, noise there. How for caution the situation. We have hope so. But again, responsibility. Individual responsibility. We have to take responsibility as Sierra Leoneans them that we want to do good. Wanting to do the right thing. Eh? I know say you want to do the right thing and somebody can cut line. Hey! Well, let me tell you now, say, les femmes no more. You just want to do the right thing. But you self we can cut line, you know say na the wrong thing they do. Eh? You self no breed that kind of reaction where go make that area they noisy, we go make them go for involve the law enforcement, them for calm, then picking and then at school. No. And we hope say the law enforcement, them, then ki able to understand say na school land there. If anything happen, to that extent where then go begin fire tear gas, then over say school picking then they not mix so by this. It not happen yet. Yeah? And they tell you say it happened this and that, but we know it too, they deal with. We know we country. Eh? So the best possible way for coil down situation. Eh? For coil down situation. We for make remember for the kids. Do ya? Possibly they misbehave. If you not member for the picking them, if they call security for can't take care of you, do your papa security member say picking them day? Do ya? We hope say we are good citizens, good Sierra Leoneans. You go for go register for a reason. So you want to put on your best behavior. You want to put the peace-loving Sierra Leonean in you. Yeah. I beg no can cut line. No cut line. Na money no can put 5 stone. Eh? And if first reach you put 5 to 10 stone. It they sell all the space there and they sell her. Eh, but Usabi how then they do huh? And they sell the space there. And the morning. And your man they all long go there. Hey, judge asks for the old people, for the disabled. I believe they're supposed to forget. Ethics self go able for teach somebody say no. And as Africans, we now will do it for the old people. And no, now if that party don't change per we. Well, I'll continue for listening.
Other people then they within the center then we supposed for the help community leader and they as well. But the real responsibility, to be honest, now on we the citizens them. You need not be for fet. If you say somebody come before you, hopefully that person the way come before you go cut line. If not elderly person or people with a disability, we self-able help then say, okay, do you know old person, go before me if not that day. But if not, reason not for fet, reason not for hala.
So if not to old person, I don't believe say old person go cut line. Even though the minister take me as an example, or person with disability, eh? The one that they cut line, and then one that they go down take kush, eh? We go and can make ala ala. Na then. But you know say na true. The young ladies them, as well as the young guys them. I been talk to a young fella yesterday in a salon. Just word of caution and waiting self. And they tell me say bra, say right now, beaucoup na cocaine in the tick. He say cocaine don't come on now. Not to the kush stuff again now. He said that some man they mix the kush and the cocaine. How did we get here? Eh? How we get here? We say unemployment plenty. But also then they pull this money for buy kush and cocaine. I said the young girls them all. The young boys them. Now they accuse, but I make before I make bump and say this don't die. Bap, then they don't die. Why? Eh? Come on. You no want to go disturb any. Eh? If you feel say na your own best way that one day for send yourself early grave, hey, now go mix other people in there. Go mix other people in there. Yeah? GSM say the most they take drugs, you always get body for take drugs. Yeah? Yeah, that day somebody they tell me say, you know, no. He say, but kush the help for lose weight. He say kush the help for lose weight. I'm like, what? Eh? So now the new phenomenon dandy now. Say they help for lose weight. Ezekiel like say, wait. How then the drugs say the can of the country? Well, sometimes the cutting edge technology not the catcher. Outside the pass. Now Ataki? Eh? Ataki the pass? Outside. Outside really the pass. On a the porous border them because that's so we can call them porous border. On a the water. The boats there. How did the rocks then the kind of country? And the one that they say unemployed, these are the folks where they take her. And then they take her. All kind of drugs. I say me a chocolate and Jabi say down na cocaine. Hey. Okay. But there we don't take you take. No go disturb people line. No go disturb people line no. Ah. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Senge, before you left, we quick one. Apart from the eligible people, the voters, the way they're going to line and get some confusion, even some political leaders, them when they can go register, you they see them supporter them, they behind them, they sing and dance. For example, waiting be happen on Saturday, where President be anywhere go register. A lot of singing and dancing be there around the center. If situation like this happen, una go call back on the ECSL and look inside on arrangement una don't get with it already?
Look, I hope everybody go follow the excellent leadership of His Excellency. We go register over the weekend. If you're not a political leader, I beg do ya, and at school you they register, no go register during the school hours.
Ah. Dr. Senge say, do ya? If you're not a political leader, where you get for test your muscle with some noise and dancing and shouting for let them know say yourself don't come. No go register during the week. And if in a school building or school premise you get for go register and say let you no go. Wait weekend. For the love of the kids. Now that name me they use. For the love of the kids. If you're a political leader or in a political big gun, you know say na school you dey register. You know able quiz say weekend make you go do one. You go do and do your school hours. We know say the pikin dem go dey na school for let them go cause noise by the pikin dem. Me na ya. If I see that video dey, if I hear about her, and I confirm her, I go name and shame you na ya. That excuse for make you can't say, no, not to me go with them. I just mean, yes. I like not to you go with them, not go day. If you want go there, go after school hours. Go after school hours if you want go there. No say school long come on. I'm not school come on 2 o'clock, You go there 3 o'clock. Go there 3 o'clock because now 5 o'clock then they off. 7 to 5. Or you go there 4 o'clock safe. Where school long come out. But if you know say they tell the picking and then at school, and that tell you if one go test your muscle. Because you not go surprise you for let you go. They say so person no can until that teacher they self able in self one can watch. He come on and do them before you know it is school picking there. They all long come on and do. That the place can't no more. They say because waiting so and so come for can register. Not try more. Not try. For the love of the kids. For the love of these kids, so if you try, I will name and shame you. Me, I will name and shame you. Okay. Alright, slowly go.
You want forget support, and we all want people to go register, but more follow his excellence in leadership and commitment to free education. We make it go register during the weekend, and we make it choose for registering at a place we're not to school or we're not to a place where they disrupt. So me encouragement to them leader then we want for go register with fanfare. Maybe not the one at school location, like choice. You can go register on the other side. And if you did one at school, because now in the near you not go during school hours.
All right, you get new entry them, especially the one them will just go secondary school, then commence school today, and now we can call them fresher them. As Minister of Education, what think will be your word of encouragement to them as they start school today?
Look, I tell you, see at the girls' school right now, you see about their face, say they're all not fresher then, they're all glady, they're lost, but they're excited. I'm glad that they can school today really on day one. And that I hope say then will continue for Can School and Leg School and participate in education. Within our country now, education is a priority where we all they care about and we know how then they transform. Actually, they see Baku come brought them back now the school and can't left them picking there. You see, they instead of get the anxiety and joy, they don't want left them picking there, maybe picking their all lost baby. But I think that energy they. We the comrade and we the picking them forget as they start school this year and hopefully continue all through we education.
Well, for say thanks to Radio Democracy 98.1 and the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Dr. David Moynin Asenge, for that particular interview there. So do you who that will go into account if anything go wrong in any school? Would I go into account? The individual is self. We can disrupt. Yeah? But we not say we are peace-loving people. We go out here and do the right thing. Not for unbug the picking everything in a class. Make we do what we go there for do. No loiter around. Just respect them. Where school come out, Na handle it na handle na try it. Not up and bad though. Talk about them politician there. But when the picking in a class, please don't come close. Stay off. That bring in Alpha. Let me hear you. Waiting it gets for you. Welcome on board Alpha. Get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Triple A for having me. And I get few points to make. And I want to be very, very brief. The first two I want for congratulate Francis for defeating Rafael Nadal. At least that's a great thing for Sierra Leoneans them, even though directly not to Sierra Leone they represent, but it raised the banner high because it would come out from Sierra Leone. You see, there are a lot of talents in Sierra Leone. If only we get the opportunities, I believe we say we're able to make a name in the sporting world. Yeah. And also, I want to congratulate all Manchester fans, including new Triple A. I'm not saying the more than the Arsenal fans, but anyway, something they are for. The registration process alongside with the school opening. For me, I think when I listen to the interview with the Minister of Education, you see one of the points we make where they ask and say if they may take note of this one. I think he say a feel say or a no say the ECSL staff them will able for handle them well. So that not theory of assumption. Now assume say then this go happen. Triple A work for neck not to one, not to two term. That's alone day. Some of their emergency things here or then where they come up. We don't have any special training. Say, well, okay, we train on this, we school open as XYZ strategy on they use. No, we school open, so again for affects the school picking them, which is but very true. And let not forget, say some schools then doing a 2-shift system still and they on. So they affect both morning shifts and afternoon shifts. Yeah. It's very, very rare for go see a whole community, they go register, you tell me, say, that place they will be quiet. It's not realistic. Logically, there's no truth in it. You know, tell me, say, everybody when they go register, they keep quiet. It's a lie. Yeah. So if we minister the time we say, well, then they work, then go able for like I said to Latin they out. Trust me, it affects the picking the education. And this now the first week and they get for the second week. And at the entire year they introduce the picking them to different topics them and subjects them. The one that we knew now then they able for like set them, base them for make them able for like get the class going. So for me, I think if I don't put measures in place, instead like when school open, so some centers and they then get for transfer, then they let them push some center, go inside the community, we go make it easy for people and for register, other than only for like then they go na school spaces them. The other two way, I think you already got months they pay me self and get and done na me jottings. You know, the minister said based on the statistics we then give them schools the way they use a couple of hundreds, let's just say 200s, yeah. Whether not 200, whether not 300, the fact remains it affect the beginning school one. And they not put no modalities in place. You know, tell me say now the school compound and the use. This now rain season, the rain not cut it completely. Even if not to rain, with the sun one falling and the right under sun, it's challenging. This all that way they affects the registration process. Yeah, it is say now compound them. Some schools then they get for use their light system for charge their computer or whatever then they use. We don't see say even when the process they go on, many computers then they go off the machine, then they wham, then they many challenges, even though not we discuss right now. But the fact remains, trust me, this not way they affect the education system, it affects the registration process too. Because if somebody they tell you say na compound and they use, when they picking and they come on lunch, you side and they not to side also the same compound. Outside then they eat their lunch, then they get special room and they go sit down eat their lunch. No way. Therefore, they all about. Therefore, they play. It therefore affects the registration process. So for me, like I say, the people, I don't know if they take really Sierra Leoneans serious. I don't know if they take the education when are the flagships and projects serious. Because if they really value education, you do everything possibly not affects the system, the education system. This is a whole month. This thing they go on for. A whole month. So 1 month completes, they can go in the education system, inside the education system, where the pikin dey land anything substantial. Commode before the marriages, not December don't come, na break we don't get. Go January, February, March, na so holiday business, na I mean Thanksgiving, sports, na don't kind size so. So the entire academic year don't be distorted, don't be affected by weird activities there. So for me, the government for me don't prioritize the education when I the flagship project. I know they say the next registration not important. It's very, very much important. But at least these few hundred schools there or the couple hundred of schools them, let them fence base them where they go able for make it not affect this education where they go on. Because when you look at the education system, the term so short, the things that were happening inside the term is so plenty that we know they learn better than the schools them. Yeah, triple if you watch this law say this 1 month, whether we like it or not, this is a 1 month registration. You don't come out before you make of this no November, December now school don't lock so come on day come January, February, you begin get Thanksgiving, you get prize giving, you get this, you get at the end of the day, we don't affect the picking in school time. No matter how somebody want to explain this one to me, as far as me don't concern, I don't educate na Sierra Leone, I know what they talk. This they affect the picking them, whether we like it or not. So for me, the minister not take responsibility at all. You see, he tell you say next then go then train the staff them for handle the situation. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Inside the city, then they register school, then doing that inside there, then they register school will get compound. They get limited fence compound. They get limited space. When they begin and come on lunch, they get for the move up and down, they talk, then they this and they that. So it's going to affect the system. And we look, then get only 15 days by face when they do the registration. As this not going to affect the registration process, nobody know they tell me say it's not. It's going to affect the registration system. So for me, the NEC as well as the Ministry of Education, I know me think say they see this one they come at all. Because the see and they come, therefore don't put mechanism in place for reduce the amount of schools them where they will be affected. At least let them go now there and barrier then get look at tribal heads and they get space there. They will go put their machine and they're able for continue the registration. But nothing like that. They say they say how to manage them. Trust me, no matter what you do this one, if you watch, somehow when they don't delay until we go, they say a system don't go off or whatever. Now arguments, now play by they come up with. Not to that no more and don't cut line or waiting and call. You cannot reach, then tell you say the machine this, that. So don't waste your time. Somebody they get angry. You can't control anger to that extent. So the ECSLO, this ministry, they really need to sit down into this one and see for look at how this will affect more, especially then to shift schools them, whether morning shift or afternoon shift. Definitely it's going to affect them throughout. So they therefore try to reduce the number. Let bring solution to this wire. They reduce the number of them. If there's other alternative for move the centers them of the school, once the school system they go on and not be affected, then it's good. Because education are the key to success and then are the government in flagship project. The last one I want for talk on AAA now I don't want to mention this one because it's funny, yeah. But I don't bring that kind of for Big Mike, me Manchester, my Arsenal fan. I just want to encourage Ali no see indeed Manchester are the best team. I think that is I take for round up. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Yes, Tony Ture Jones, what do you get on this one?
Yeah, Abraham, I not feel say there's any problem for let we donate points to vulnerable teams. You know, Manchester for we. I mean, you know, now we sister them. You know, sometimes we not can like for see when they struggle, and most of the time when they beat now the time when they struggle. You know that. You know, me on taking this whole registration thing where they go on. I mean, just like the previous contributors Alpha and Whisper say. You know, I feel say next time. Or because most times when that mistake here happened, you understand, we get for learn from them and see how we can able for improve the system for make it work better next time. We'll let go affect at least the schools. Because definitely get for affects. Whatever way you look at them, whatever the magnitude or the weight of it, you get for affect schools. I feel say they should have used the holiday period, especially when they are break midway school, before 1 month before school they open. make neck for always try for work within that calendar date because most of the people themselves when they use some are teachers as well where they in this process where they help for do registration and everything. So like 1 month before school open or probably 3 weeks before school open they can do them. And another thing again when I mentioned the last time, if they really want for cater for people where they live in the diaspora, especially with people that they go holiday, from people that they start for go from November, December, and December, you can use that period day, like November, December, right? Where school they lock, say that's an exam period, people they don't sit down. You can use them period that January, that December to January. That's 2 months. Those periods and they most times school can day and everything, the rent's not can day that much like how it is so right now. So then just need for readjust them calendar for any subsequent registration will happen. Because I mean, even if they get for make a makeshift thing outside the school compound or the what's in a call, it's still there for distract some of the picking them because see not picking them. They're self-inquisitive, they want for no probably picking go they see and see can for car register, especially for small towns them. They assume Waterloo, for example, or Hastings or Ukel or Joy, then place then they say one in my mind, sister, or in my mind, paddy can register. Definitely that distraction must be because go in a class is see and see. So they have to look at all them parameters and how best they can able for improve on the system. But in a nutshell, I mean most times waiting with the see na salon, you understand? Not that these people they're not the think, but most times they're not able for synchronized, harmonized different ministry. If I say neck or neck go they do their own thing, school they do their own thing. So they need to get that synergy day. They're not able to get that kind blend where you go say, okay, now this will for do what's on a physical go happen. Next go just go and say, okay, now this period we want do registration. Regardless of what they're not even take into cognizance that school go for the even if they then think about that, they're not be seen, they're not they put any mechanism in place. They just say, then go manage. It's not just then go manage, it's how you go able to put mechanism in place so you go affect the school. Definitely. You don't go tell me say registration not go affect school, they go affect. Some people then go say, okay, COVID affects schools as well, but Pekin still promotes able to. Yes, that was an isolated case because you cannot make you can begin on for able to go to school. But this is a situation where you can able to play around. This is not something when I controllables where you able for play around. So next time let them just look at that particular date and day. Then look 1 month before school they open or 3 weeks before school they open, and within that period they can do in 2 trenches. They can do and forced registration. The rest they're able for it's able for take care of the system. You understand? Because now you notice what's in the happen. There are a lot of problems they be during the registration process because it's like the machine they overheat because of imagine almost hour you use then computers and therefore their cooling system for cooling atmosphere. So a lot of challenges where they face right now. But when you point out some of them pitfalls, then they say just being one-sided or they talk about they have to look at all those scenarios. That's not music. Get the registration done within a period where say school lock for that period, or probably they came for talks to some churches. Some churches and they then get school room. Some mosque there as well, then get school, then get side and where then they meet, where then they go. Probably within that period and they make arrangements. If not small money, or probably you don't even need for pay, talk to the authorities and where they in charge. You don't able for make them place them available. That's Namion Take Abraham. Thanks for
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot, AAA, for giving the platform, and thanks to listeners and viewers, and thanks to all the support for the program go before. Go to me the SIP and this issue here. Of course, we all learn this how elections process before, during, and after, how the way then they treat them. But what you want to see here more when you go on an issue where a behavior or information them go or where things them plan do, say, well, no problem, make we just do them as them when they do. That one, they go with traditional procedure and process. The reason why I pick up and the reason of the statement where you see the minister being gave from the first question where they ask after if you don't get number of schools that we don't show and the engagements or the memorandum of understanding, whatever meeting they do, message to the teachers and message to the parents. The tribe will say not a new phenomenon, that's not a new style, not a new thing. So we plan to do them because then the drive will talk about the presence of the people and they and the teaching civil idea and so in blando. But it's coming to our tradition, they say na so in blando, and as we believe say it will be, so let we just say the information, you don't say so the next minister we come back, well not so blando, we don't do it last year. So in other words, where is the chain gonna cut and they will try to restructure certain things. But you look at first of all the security aspect of it. We own better because we're not on that site where you will say the security, there. But if you say a situation, we know they say it will happen, but if say a situation they can look volatile, confusion, or it's just like given the tension way discipline they come. To go see that push and drop and some areas and even the members they own are the representative for the parties how they push and draw. Can they see the information come up and you will see the person they talk. But the point here is how then we're able to pull this line of all the time now so we plan to do now so it be and so things are just going to traditional. The area of tradition, it get for day in certain policies and principle or any process or thing we they do, like I we always talk. So that's how then they go say, okay, I'm not gonna pull this idea one time because it's useful. Things and the way we put away. In other words, things that we concern about respect, things that we concern about authority, where you didn't know how they observe them, those civic rights, but they not be there. So because most of them not be there, we are in the tradition, then they will go so no go wipe there. The only side where they may be at the customary side, one at the local sector where the chief then be get her. But after the civil war, we see whether one day get for wipe for some time because the authority not been there the hands of the local leaders. They come up to the one they want the vigilante they affect first. But moving away from there, say the idea where some of you for don't preserve, we will preserve them. We don't even preserve them. Then the one day we were supposed to don't pull out the way of behavior, the pattern who they do process, or na so they elect person, or na so get for make the road, or na so blank do. Things that we see that every day. So you see say, or na them blank cell, long not bother, they go be they go car go just drive them. Long not finish that building there. Well, long wait, they don't wait. This is process then they can protocol they can. But what in always then you feel say when they say something. Tomorrow, people will come back, it will say, well, and so we don't say they do it. Because if you as a leader, it is not wrong what you do, it's not wrong by the point is, but when they try to talk of moving away from things where they cause problem, where they avoid say that person not can talk, say, well, the money you will give una not go give una again. They'll begin to shout at people who will come, say, will they advise una, say that this una will try and move from. Or now for try make an arrangement of how we go do this because the processes are there where EU belong give the olden guidelines the other day things that wouldn't I mark they not go I mark them directly for see you go say as in a school result but it will show you areas where tension not go there but it all comes down to the point where they say how we go able to move from that tradition they are saying as so it blank be then when you give excuses then now they are useful at some point but some of them not they fit. Because if you look at areas of the way they set up the center, the building, the school, and the compound in size, you will don't check all this for no the distance. Because the point here is the idea where in bring come, say that one they in buy from the ASCSL. Now the idea is the space is big, so you know when you get sideways, it be say the compound, it go there far off. From outside the schools and day. But when you look at it again, the salon, outside the distance go day, when you go be say, yeah, it's quiet. You see? Now, I know few schools in the province really, because you go like UCC, you go see inside and they want a forested area, where big size, small, day, and then both school, a few school, and the way, and basically they are local, but in other areas, like the main towns, one of big places in like city now, Freetown, you go see big space where you go big so more that where outside noise or somebody go holler or even just whistle, now one point, go rebounce now the other compound. So these are all the things they for don't look at, say, These are the things they get for do. So it come down to the work of ECSL, where then say get for be vigilant in looking at areas where they get for do. What they get for look, particularly if they cannot build structures on a temporal one, which is difficult because I know see then they get problem of funding. I know see they get problem of doing other things. But the point here is they get for manage. They get to know how then they set up their procurement. Because before the ECSL start this election, they get a board where they be set up. They get the procurement for Motokade, the procurement for Udake for involved, procurement for some of the stakeholders, they don't do it's procurement of even the one they will get for can't work. When they get for employees so will be the toxic one, they not go employ the one they would online IT now, so it will be easy for them for your train there and move go before. They instead they go begin all over. So, but the pre-process when they prepare them, so you get for look certain things there or the challenges them, what they get for that. And another one they will be expect again. The minister for don't see those challenges where they mentioned. For say these are the challenges, but we defend solution. No point not they say solution from what me hear, all them they say it is okay, not better. Now so the phenomenon there. But we all get for camp. Now this is get for do. You will find weekend we know see no attractive for let school good day on. What about if now it's time when you fall in a student and studies? But no, not go that side again. But that might be an option. But in that time then you go delay again. Even though the minister ain't one. But he delayed the process. But the point here is that the point to them bring on a challenge is how to solve them. To me, they are useful, but sometimes they get for they say, would they plan for build structure or would they plan for find other places for use other places? Well, it not go easy, but these are the things they go for they put on the table. So you can next time if you get money now, what in case they can't fund you, instead of when I go buy Motokari, when I go procure their own necessary, we go see a lot of find one structure, what would they build? Or a lot of find then things they own a disposable, how they call it dismantling structure, where you can guide with those structure now, and then you look at time of the weather pattern again, how you go able to adapt to that one day. Because some areas they didn't come, then get for move. That one day we run and back again. See some people they move, then they are open there, they get for move and wait, and the equipment them. So you get for look at the setup of the thing. You already do the thing, you have to do the procurement, because when they do it last minute, then minister not go and say no. You not go and say this because then go talk say you don't they delay the process. Now you not agree then go to the schools them or you don't want to let them vote. So you see, he ain't go one for cover in part. You not go one can begin talk say, oh well, it's wrong. Because if you go in a public, if you see the minister go talk in a public, say now this it affect the beginning school, bad one. We just do a number because of this. So in get for dinner one single line for say anything will come, then throw it is okay, it find solution. So that was his defense because he no go one thing bad name again. But it comes down to the preparation. ECSL because that they go draw all man, draw the minister for can't put him in trouble. You know that was when you can't talk this now him. So but because he's clever, diplomatic. Even though I know they say the issue we make towards agreeing is clever, but in speech that he therefore put him in case they say, well, I have a talk to I don't give solution there. I don't tell them a phenomenon, and all man will know see na so blunt be, not to na culture. The challenges them well, they will say, well, na challenges that we come on. So now so okay for just do. If you want, you choose the location of if you're a leader or if we can or all this. So this is what you therefore look at challenges, tradition, them where you go, they try pull out for certain things will get for help with. It's nothing wrong in the procedures because people have to go and register. It's nothing wrong in people coming out to go register. People then get for doing well, it's nothing wrong again. Where that small draw and push. But because of the tradition, they and the people will not say IFIB, they don't get that young culture. The culture say we are noisy. I'm not going to say because we want to be noisy, but that's almost times. And I think when an instinct when they come up, gradually they move away from that day. But how forget for move away from that one day, say things and things will get for happen. They might need for bring this or in my camp. Or man go under. So these are all the things. The Russian, even sideways, they put the interview. Now about 5 of them they talk. Don't let it all day before the mark. So you go see all this in that pattern day to day. It will move gradually. Now teaching of voters, educating them, and knowing waiting tomorrow at the challenge. They get for look at challenges. If you don't look at challenges, the next week we have another session we come back. Now so it just get for happen again. because nobody no go be challenge. But he believe say those who are independent election observers them who they can know they can give suggestions and to them thing they are. Now the no one will wait and provided they put them into action. But I only hope say the ministers gonna do. The institution we concern will get for look at these things, how to move away from tradition and we will find challenges them we will address in a better way than waiting and see. Thank you very much. Let God help leaders them. And anything when a procurement, let them not just they procure and give anybody when a non-compete, they compete. Then they put an advertisement, let them give according to whether they advertise or no. But now then either the people in the question, electoral commission, when I not be don't eat money, when I not be don't spend boku, how much when I buy them things there. Nobody not know it. We just wait and see how things go for carry on. But all these are challenges where in terms of how they call transparency we try for no. When I can bring all that things there, we don't give money. You say for spend, they spend now, they go squeeze, so when I go quiz so. But there is money always available from the onset. Now where they go now, they know so I don't misuse and after they see money, no they come. Thanks a lot. Let God help leaders for let will get money saving and ideas, or not to just ideas, or they go to the same old story of the world phenomenon. Moving away from there and progress. Thanks a lot. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
Okay, well, you and for Adion, you get a platform now. Yes, Mr. Williams, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hello?
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, I can. Hello? Mr. Yes, Tupri. And, hello? Yes. Mr. Tripoli, I'm glad we can run this program. We can really wait for whatever coming. We open the phone line. Yeah, I think.
What I allow they do, Mr. Williams, before you call the program now for end up that other one where they listen, because right now 2. Anytime we call, I think it can ambog you.
Mr. Tupoli, yes.
You don't utter one way they listen to first.
Yeah. You don't, are they on the line?
You did live.
All right.
You don't turn
I'm glad you
down
well, good evening, everybody, good evening, and everybody who say day, morning time, I tell you, kusha. Mr. Trupoli, you see this registration process when in Japan, I know they're not thinking well. Yeah, then we think well, they're not going to involve school. Because they're not in a school session this. And it will distract the people picking their when they're in school. At least when the minister they talk say, hey, nothing when we don't plan to, nothing when we don't plan to, you're not going to able to get another opinion, that other opinion or other option. Eh? They don't think about that. They don't be for involved school at all. Because a school session is. They for avoid school compound or whatever. They for might use offices them. They never go office them when they for use. You want call them and say for use churches them in small. Yes. Then in the world, they for use them one day. They don't think well at all. And secondly, they may want to do and say, they may for do away school all the day. They may for be perfect for them. They may for even use all the school stuff. And they may for be any problem. You see? And 2 seconds again. Why the president to go register gang the Vietnam? Possession the Vietnam. Now this I say we not get the leader not the show say in a leader because registration is go on. Not to say when you don't win election down, game for the BNU. Now if you don't tell the crowd and say, well, una hold on, I don't want no crowd behind me. I want make everybody go about your business and everybody take part from the registration. If you go register quiet and commodity quiet without gang behind them. When you don't set gang behind you, suppose any city security for our country now. Suppose anything happen there. You see, this is the problem. The leader has to show discipline. Discipline, you have to show. And I want to do it for show force. Then the other one, where they go to up a line or register, then go show discipline. We don't get self-discipline. I don't want for big control. And I really, I nothing to say again is security this stuff. So one man is go to map by God in power. Make confusion or not take place. Security not there. No security not there. Policeman not go there for secure that line there. For make everybody come, everybody for go according to how we come. When are simple things, I don't for no pass that side in there. Look for example, who in the country there. You go to a bank, you did a line, you did a queue, regardless who you be. If you wait for your time, you turn, which they call you. Any side you go, and they come here. Once in a public place, you did a queue. Wait for your turn. We're not get that culture there. That culture don't get away at all. At all. We'll not get self-discipline at all. If he man say he says he goes share say na man we educate. No, nine worst. And nine worst, wait for set by example. Nine worst. If you see come, they go make them call him for being the first person. See? We look at that culture there. Discipline not there. So we see that kind of situation and there. If we try their best for contain that situation there, we'll get security. Policeman for that. Now they for use the policeman there now. When the policeman they for law and order for many they made discipline one man in a line, regardless who you do that now you for then a line. But we're not able. As I say, the NEC they not plan at all. In the NEC and the Ministry of Education are not plan this thing at all. They're not for involve school at all. At all. You see. Okay. So now thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Williams.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the opportunity we give me for
Yes,
talk.
sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, Big Mike, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I want to tell Alpha, say, man with the 5th place, not for the job or somebody with the 1st place, yeah? When you the 5th place, now for Sido with the 5th place, you say you did so. Yeah. Another thing again, I want to tell all the opposition members there and the opposition leaders there, when for the raise their situation they are, when for the go to NEC and tell them but then concerns they are wanna get. And the problem owner your supporter and they get for a register, because they're not the people that we put this timetable, they not look to the school situation, they not care about that day. If they care about that day, they know say school they open around this time and then put the registration around this time. Wait till me want tell me people and the people in a salon, una not get distracted. Whatever challenges una they go through, una just try and register. I no more. And una na the opposition member there or the opposition leader there, una go to NEC. And NEC no say una people and they go through serious challenges there for register. Yeah? And then they una for the do. Now not they sit down una they play. Una always in a member of parliament and all, una go make sure say NEC no say una member then they suffer for register. Yeah? And then una for the do. And Alpha, yeah, una not waste time, man. A 5th place on a day, man. I may talk to a man with the 5th place. Yeah, triple. And I'm your contribution, Andy.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. Well, Mike now last caller. Lock out Daniel. Because you look like, see, this Manchester and Arsenal business, we don't done about this voter registration. Okay, before I count Daniel, we get possibly you don't say no can I. but it don't count today. Am I Alpha? It's been a while.
Yeah, good morning, Triple.
I go say Happy New Year. Yes, you get the
Thank you.
platform. What you begin come for you? You don't lost, but what you begin today?
Well, plenty, but I think say
You go make a short.
this
Just make
morning
a short
we get
story
for
to the
talk
talk
about
today. Yes.
exactly limited to the registration process where they go right across the country. Triple A, as I dey talk to you, I dey live Kenema. I comot Kailahun, I dey travel to Freetown, I dey Kenema. This issue of neck blunder or what have you, I hope say e not limited to one side in the country in terms of registrations. Triple A, I go carry say even a Kailahun will get few side wey e be say the very day wey the machine for start do the registration. I mean, they no work. I go also tell you say unto the fourth day, when Sunday, I mean Monday, the fifth Monday yesterday, still some certain place and the machine not the function at all. Uh, Likewise, it is challenges, difficulties, challenges right across the country, and not only limited to certain region. It goes right across the country. So that is one of the things that we everybody for realized. And some people and almost everybody don't make that complete to NEC officials, NEC commissioner. And we hope say as we go along, improvement will come or improvement will take place. Because this biometric registration in this country, I think say this not to the first time. We be done the done. We be done the done. They before don't prepare more than this. But I hope say they will continue for doing so. And the registration is good for 1 month. But the days and way they don't operate, we hope say they will look into that tranga one so at the end of the 1 month. Mind you, the process, not two phases. The one phase get for last on this 15 to 17 days. Then they give you 2 day intervals. Then they start the second phase again. So we they expect say NEC go look into some of the challenges and way dancers have they faced and the way people have they faced. And I know say, people that don't talk a lot, sometimes negative, sometimes positive, but all what me know or what I can say, these challenges with NEC, only limited either northern region or western areas. It goes right across the country, irrespective of the region where you find yourself or the worth you or the political parties where you find yourself in. So the only cry now or the only things where we for do, we continue to call upon the commissioner, Commissioner Kone, for say a lot of sides, some side and the plenty of the side and the we get problems of the might see. One, for us in Kailan and that of Kenema, most especially Kailan, we have been there for the past 3, 4, 5 days. Kailan is a side where we can experience rain too much. So if the machine they use um, solar system, I mean people they find it difficult, and also some satisfied in day because of the heavy rain and because of the terrain, you know, and the soil where Thailand gets is too fertile. So it was difficult during the rainy season times for easy access to a lot of places. But thank God, I could say we get few this first phase, only few side them, where few area within the district where the operation they go on. But we hope say this after this 1 week, the second week there will be good improvements, But let's just work as Sierra Leoneans. This is not about to do and die, and this not only for voting process or voting things you we for register for. Triple A, this is clear. Me, I don't face one such situation during the time where one of me, a family member, wanted to go to a Hajj. You know, where people able to go to Hajj, one of the first thing where they be ask for passport. You know, I mean voter ID card, rather. Voter ID card after voter ID card, passport. You know, and because me person not be really get, we go all out make sure say for let you go, you know, able go at all. So for must not say the passport. I mean the voter ID card very necessary. You know, I also get a family member who's somebody wants send money for him. You know, he just say if you no get ID card, I no go send money for you. If you get ID card, I go send money for you. So let's push to people if you are out there, I mean let's call with people individually or by groups, talk to them for let them go and vote, I mean register. Because when you register, you get power to make a decision. You get power to talk a lot. But when you are out there, some people don't even mind, they know they come. Some people that they come, we saw one of the people that they left, that they can't, that they register. At the end of the day, they go for go back. At the end, that means say they belong to a society. That means say they belong to an organization. You know, but platform is really good, and I bet they talk way back. Say way that time we for registration, let everybody comes on board. Make sure say you register and you make your decisions at the end of the day. So I don't lose, but I don't begin for can again. I want to say plenty thank you to Triple L, and I want to tell you say the Triple L platform is the right across Sierra Leone now because I can see whenever Triple A is online, I can get the notifications and the agent the way Triple A get within Sierra Leone. It's not easy, but they really try. Sometimes we can meet up on the same work. Sometimes, for make sure say Triple A function properly as we are expecting them to function. So let everybody can register. Then at the end of the day, you make your decisions. Yeah. Thank you so much from Kenema as I talk to you.
Thank you very much, Ama Alpha.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where Ama Alpha they talk? I don't know. Try for even register a business in Sierra Leone. Then they ask you for voter ID card. Even before the passport. The voter ID card is so important in Sierra Leone. Pass your passport safe. I don't know if you don't there are certain side where you go. Yeah, then they ask you for voter ID card. When you say no, I get passport, then all the voter ID card so esteem. Like sometimes you make a wonder, say maybe I made them politician every year, every election year they want for me could they register back over and over. Because they have their old voter ID card nas alone. Old voter ID card Tranga Wano. Okay. That's what we done, eh? We just say look out Amara Alpha. But one call the chairman. I don't know if you're available or if you're available, fine. If you're not available, well, or the left here. I look like see. I feel say the chairman not available or I feel say because I don't know Steam will lost safe.
Let Alpha stop this year. Where they make so for this Manchester.
You don't
let Alpha stop. Chairman, let Alpha stop. They can't hear.
Hey, what's the Alpha do?
You know where they talk. Me another play. Manchester, let them can and but I do Qatar one in the wait.
Hey, Liverpool una left. Una safe with una sabi and he talk safe. But still small, but Francis and this
Manchester, you stop another one.
What do you mean? very small, but this I'm Francis and just got much small part the Manchester and Arsenal game because it looked like saying I all man they talk about today. You get the platform, sir.
Okay. Star Network Radio. Okay, Star Network Radio. Tripoli, Cameroon Foot Corner, Sierra Leone, and sportsmen all over the world. I saw you on Saturday. By the time the Tripoli they called me, I've been doing a session, so I've missed the call. But all the same, it's never too late. Today, it's now talk about small thing we get for do we on Salon border. When I was Salon picking. Now Francis Tiafo, he's 24 years of age. He's an American tennis player. But he happens to say, in people there, in Mama and Papa from Sierra Leone, but I talk for what he do. Francis Tiafo, now number 26 in the world right now. And at 24 years, Nana America than Abu right now. He beats world number 3. When I've been the second seed winner, Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal don't win the Grand Slam 22 times. And he don't win the American Open 4 times. So now in Tiafo beat there, but in at 36 years, Tiafo is 24. And the match today at Royal Stadium, Rafael Tiafo he take Nadal from the beginning. He beat him by 3 sets to 1. Winner 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3. Right at the middle of Ato Ash Stadium. Now the American, now the round of 16 in the US Open Grand Slam. Now Flushing Meadows, New York. So right now, because of his performance, Tiafo don't go to the quarterfinals. And he meet a Russian winner, Andrei Rublev, and the Russian self now number 11 in the world, and he is also 24. He's a very nice player. Now them Bobo will come up very, very strong. It will be a very tough match tomorrow. Now tomorrow they for play the 6th. And they play tomorrow. It no go easy. Now game will go tough. But I wish Leo Bobo do am because now Tiafo now the hope of America. Well, I tell you something. Tiafo and Papa now Constance Francis Senior Tiafo Senior now maintenance worker. We the war na left in the west when west na Francis mama na edeyo mami na Alfina Francis Tiafo na twin again brother we na the two na then get the same mama at least na then two no more. Then that brother they instead they play tennis but in Franklin. This na Francis in Franklin. So now the parents then the war nine Constance and West Alfina on Alfina Kamara. They were on a saloon on the war, I think it's in 1988, 89. Then go England first before they immigrate to America. Now they tear football in Maryland. So nine are making the Abu. And right now Tiafo it date another tennis player with Ian Bloomfield, now Canadian from Ontario. So now the hope of America, Tiafo. So when Donald Trump in grab today, the talk say Africa na sonsa she told country. Now na black bobo from Salon na the hope of America. All the other one the way that they don't knock them no. Tiafo and all that small titi, na the normal other black titi na America abupa now. So now so it don't happen. So if we want to talk small bit, I want push and go. As for Musa Tumbo, it don't go. I don't read say, it don't go now. One of the big teams in Africa, when Al Ittihad of Libya. Al Ittihad of Libya, na big team. But my concern here is Tripoli. Apart from this weather, Libya not stable right now. Anytime you get it tomorrow, I wish that we don't go na team country will not get problem because we never know. Now we get prospect. But now we hope say Libya stable, and I'm not think say Libya get problem. We go see weather. They don't get problem with weather. Libya and Africa, you know get. I don't go Tunisia. I don't go Algeria. I don't go Morocco. I think so the same weather they get. It can cold small, but not too for comparison in winter. You know. So I believe say it will survive. My only concern is the the situation where they were stable. So all the days that social media been inundated with interviews from the Leone Stars team manager, which in Kamara. So suddenly we are no, I go for talk to and we go for call and Tripoli. Let us know it be some all the know they say say that body get autism. If not so it say it will get problem because what you do if not inside there, you don't manage player. The player the under you care. Don't because the player you are left and now you go begin talk but go announce. We'll get what we call now the player who they work like this how they work with people of that kind type and you then get the wouldn't call you get for protect the secret. You know you go begin announcing in the public say the man get autism. No. It wrong. So that guy that come out guy don't get for be careful. You not team manager and papa of the team or landing on another side. Leone no more in not supposed for do let's stop. Also junior Leone Star shooting stars. Them in the play all then this na Mauritania and the U20. Them don't lost 3-0 to Mali, they lost to Mauritania 2-0, and then today they hammer Guinea-Bissau 4-1. And one Kamara Bobo for Diamond Stars and but 9 of the man of the match. But the bottom line is enormous nothing because they don't come out because they don't lost 2 straight games. So I don't know what SLF do now. People are just the park na plane. We get beaucoup money delegation, the 40 almost man delegation, 23 man, 40 man delegation. Now you don't end up see the team. They all don't come out. They all don't come out. So Usai SLF all this money they go. Then we will put them for Saturday. With regards Manchester United, Tripoli, on always they talk. I they do Tony, and the other man they say, "Dear, let Manchester keep quiet." They been lost 2 straight. We don't know why Manchester they can't make votes now.
Arsenal.
We now with the join. Arsenal don't join we. Chelsea self don't join. We deal with Manchester because they're more told than the mix so we will deal with now. Decisively. When I wait down a kind and we go na 6. Then they say the fly go Liverpool. So let this much stop. Afterwards now on the win and not go fetch the player the more. We play on the last time, light all out, then go take over the pitch. Now, no do all that, they win now, they catch chest. So now that's why I go round up. Let pray for Bobotuma, Francis Tiafo, William Salom Pikin, let doing thing, and we wish Musa Tumbo, say the weather nobody under, so we go do it first, and let hope say he play in a conducive atmosphere, and we wish all the luck. He's the star player. Let hope say he heal, and then let him play and do something good. Let God bless you. On Saturday, we'll talk more.
Thank you very much, Daniel. We want to say thanks to Daniel Oldfield for your small one today no more. The rivalry between Manchester and Arsenal. I don't know if he passed Lions and Blackpool. Yeah. I don't know. Or like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, but the rivalry between Arsenal and Man United. LF Sonomo. We'll go there back tomorrow. Also go end today on. We just hope say you will go register, put on your best behavior big, yeah? There. Till meet back tomorrow and so Tripoli go say tata.